I'm 67 years old. For many years, I started my mornings thinking about everyone else. What do the kids need? What does the house need? Who needs me today? But one day I asked myself a very simple question. What do I want? Maybe changing your life begins with that one small question. Maybe it begins with giving yourself just half an hour each day before you get caught up in everyone else's needs, to simply live for yourself. Drink a cup of tea, sit in silence, read a book, listen to music, or just sit by the window and look outside without rushing anywhere. You don't have to be productive every moment of your life. Sometimes it's enough just to be present for yourself. At 67, your body may not feel the way it did at 30, but it is still the same body that will carry you through the years ahead. So move, not to lose weight, not to look younger, not to prove anything to anyone. Move so that tomorrow you can walk more easily, climb the stairs, do your own shopping, travel, and stay independent for as long as you can. Sometimes a quiet walk can change the way you feel more than you realize. And remember, you still have every right to feel beautiful for yourself. Maybe for years you got dressed up for parties, for weddings, for your family, for other people. But sometimes get ready just for you. Style your hair the way you like it. Wear something that makes you feel good. Put on your favorite perfume, even if no one else is going to smell it. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It means you still believe you are worth caring for. And maybe now is the time to learn something you don't need to learn at all. Something simply because you want to. Painting, music, a new language, photography, a new kind of cooking, technology, or even a skill you've dreamed about for years. When we were younger, we learned so many things because we had to, for school, for work, for life. But now you can learn something simply because it brings you joy. Not everything has to make money. Not everything has to be useful. Sometimes it's enough if it makes you feel excited about life again. Think about it. There must be something you've been saying for years. One day I'll do it. One day I'll paint. One day I'll travel. One day I'll start writing. One day I'll finally do something for myself. But maybe that one day is never going to arrive on its own. Maybe you have to choose it. And maybe that day is today. And don't always wait for someone to come with you. Sometimes take yourself out for a cup of coffee. Go to a bookstore. Take a walk in the park. Sit in a cafe you love. Visit an exhibition. Or walk down a street you enjoy with nowhere particular to go. Being alone does not always mean being lonely. Sometimes being alone simply means I'm not running away from my own company. But while you make space for solitude, don't remove people from your life either. Friendship isn't only for school or university. Even at 67, you can still make new friends. Call someone whose voice you haven't heard in a long time. Join a class. Spend time with people who leave you feeling better about yourself when you walk away. We may grow older, but our need to laugh with a friend does not grow old. And the world is still big. You don't have to cross continents to travel. Sometimes a nearby town, a small village, a weekend in nature, or simply visiting a place you've passed by 100 times can awaken something inside you, something that reminds you the world is not over yet. There are still places you haven't seen, foods you haven't tasted, people you haven't met, and memories you haven't made yet. But to make room for new things, sometimes you have to let go of old ones. After more than 60 years of life, it's not only our closets and homes that become full, our minds become full too, with things, people, resentments, expectations, obligations, and memories that may now only feel heavy. Sometimes becoming lighter means having the courage to say, "This no longer belongs in the life I have today." And one of the most important things you may need to learn now is how to say no. If you have spent years being the woman who was always available, maybe now it's time to sometimes say, "I can't today. I already have plans." Even if those plans are simply a quiet afternoon, a book, a short nap, or a cup of tea. You are not required to give all the time you have left to other people. Your time matters too. And one more thing. 67 years of life is not just a number on an ID card. You know things that no book could ever teach. You have failed. You have gotten back up. You have made good decisions. You have made wrong ones too. You have fallen in love. You have lost people. You have forgiven. Sometimes you are not forgiven. You have been afraid. And yet you kept going. These are not just memories. They are experience. Write them down. Write about your childhood, your first love, the hard days, the things you wish someone had told you sooner. Organize your photographs. Record your memories. Tell your stories, because your life is worth remembering. And give yourself something to look forward to. It is a mistake to think goals are only for young people. You should have something waiting for you when you wake up in the morning. A trip 3 months from now, a class next week, a book you want to finish, a small project, a visit, a celebration, a new skill. Life slowly begins to lose its color when there is nothing waiting for us in the future. So make plans for the future, even small ones. And perhaps most importantly, remember yourself again. Maybe for years you were a mother, a wife, a daughter, a grandmother, a caregiver, a companion. But before all of those roles, you were a woman with her own interests, her own dreams, her own fears, and dreams that may still be quietly waiting somewhere inside her heart. That woman has not disappeared. She is still there. 67 is not too late. From here on, you are not meant to simply sit and look back at the memories of your past. You can still make a new friend. You can still see a new place, learn something new, wear something you love, laugh more, take better care of yourself, explain yourself less, say no more often, and maybe for the first time in your life, live part of your days exactly the way you want to. You are not finished. You have simply entered a new chapter. And maybe this chapter will be calmer, more intentional, more free, and perhaps more than any chapter before it, truly yours. Now ask yourself one question. If you could start doing just one thing for yourself today, what would it be?